Hello, welcome to the Exhale Show. I am your host, the wonderful JY.
I am your co-host, Miss Shay.
And I'm your co-host, Neshia B.
Welcome to the Exhale Show, everyone. I hope everyone been enjoying the show. I hope everyone been following the Exhale Show on YouTube, on Facebook. All right, so today on the Exhale Show, I want to get into this tell-it-all topic, or fruit tell-it-all topics about it. Jeezy did an interview with Neil Long after Neil Long. And earlier on in the interview, Neil Long asked him about his moments of being traumatized when he was a child, and he spoke about being sexually abused when he was growing up. And it was stated by him that the first time was being left with a babysitter. And it was stated by him that there was a woman that was older than him, and she was touching him and doing things to him that normally doesn't really happen to kids at his age. And he was 8 years old at the time. And the second thing he talked about was that he had this lady that lived next door to him in an apartment, and she was married to this guy. And the lady, and she was married, her and her husband. He seen the husband shoot his wife. And so he talked about a lot of things, being traumatized when he was a child, and he thought that was the way of living as he got older. And he also talked about, as he got older, his mother pulled a gun out on him at the age of 18, and he left home. And he talked about a lot of other things. And he also talked about his situation with his ex-wife Jeannie. We talked about this on the Excel show, that they were still have an ongoing divorce that's pending. And he told Neil Long that he really not trying to work it out. But my thing, this is what the topic that I want to talk to you ladies about, is about his mom pulling a gun out on him at the age of 13. So the thing about this that I want to ask is, well, first I want to start off asking, very short, ladies, how do you both feel about Jeezy being molested as a child at the age of 8 years old? Miss Shay?
Wow. Uh, whew. Now that right there, I mean, of course, that can traumatize any child at the age of 8 years old. Like, this is a time like he's supposed to be a child. He's a child, like playing and run around, and what I'm saying, playing with cars, and what I'm saying, type of stuff right there on the playgrounds and all that other stuff like that. Not supposed to, you know, have to go through something like that. It's very traumatizing, and have a huge effect on someone is growing up and at his age. Like, he's literally experienced something that a child should never experience, or nobody, being molested, should experience that, especially a child. Like, that's beyond traumatizing, for a child being only 8 years old. My question is, like, did he tell his mom? I mean, did she care to know, or did he feel like this is something that's supposed to get done to him, or
No,
like
he really didn't get like far into details, but he he talked about
what?
it in the interview, that he got left at home alone, and his babysitter was the one who molested him.
And see, that right there, what I'm saying, like, that right there alone, like, them the questions that I got, because, like, did your mom even care to know? I mean, did he even try to let her know what was going on? Or, I mean, did he felt like that this was something right to do? He don't know. No, he's a child. He's a
Right.
child. And I just feel that that's just ridiculous. I mean, they're just the person that could do something like that, like disgusting, just disgusting, and need to be under the jail somewhere. Somebody doing something like that to an 8-year-old child. That's
Right.
my intake on it.
Okay. How do you feel about this situation of Miss Neshia B about Jesus being molested as a child at the age of 8 years old?
To be honest with you, I feel that it is a very disturbing situation that is unacceptable at the age of 8. And that can, like Miss Shay said, can really put that's a really traumatizing situation. They can put something just real horrible on a child at the age of 8 years old. They can actually spend their entire life still suffering mentally and physically on that situation. And as they get older, what happened is that they so used to being traumatized from that situation. Some carry with them for the rest of their life, and some don't. But it does cause a mental problem, even times when they do decide to want to get in a relationship. In reality, they might feel that it's a chance or a possibility that one of their children they become overprotective of their children when things like that happen because it happened to them, or they become overprotective of whoever they may date, or they might just end up becoming a physical abuse situation in a relationship. They might be the one that be the abusive one due to all the traumatized situation that's going on with them. They can also take that situation and make it out of something in a relationship. Basically, what I'm saying to you is that if Jesus got a woman or a relationship, it can cause a major problem by him looking at another woman totally different, because he's not going to be able to trust another woman physically in that type of way of knowing that he was done that way. He's not going to be able to feel comfortable to talk to no one about it unless it's someone real close to him that he wants to talk to them about. It's going to cause a lot of how should I say, a lot of problems on the mind, meaning that on his mind, what he's thinking about is going to go into play. Like in action, he might start acting it out, but no one never knows why he's acting out his problem, because he never just want to open up to really just truly sit down and talk about something that happened years and years ago. We talking about he 8 years old at the time. So first of all, the person that molested him should be in jail. And second of all, as a mother should be able to sit down and talk to their child every day or every other day on a daily basis to find out if there are things going on with a child, such as maybe have you been touched before, if anybody done anything to you, are you okay? These are questions that we should be asking a child at an age of 8, just in case things like this were to happen. Where were you teaching your child? Did you teach your child that if someone touches you, come and tell me? Why did he not tell his mother? That is a good question. If he even told his mother, why she didn't believe him, why she didn't take actions or matter into hands. These are the questions that we're looking for. How did she get a hold to him? Okay, if she was babysitting him or whatever the case may be, how did the mother not overlook the background of this person to check the person background to know that this is going to be the right babysitter I need for my child at his age of 8, because of what the world is. You got these. This is my opinion to this situation on why it happened.
Okay. So now he also talked about in the interview with Neil Long, he talked about his mother pulling a gun out on him, and he had to leave at the age of 13. So have you ladies ever experienced that from your child? Or do you ever feel as you have like reached like a breaking point with somebody that it has actually led to violence like that? Like you got so mad at somebody that you feel like you reached a breaking point where you feel like you want to do something bad as pulling a gun out on them, or just hurting them real bad. How do you feel about that situation, Miss Shay? Like experience something like that with your child or somebody that you feel like you reached your breaking point?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, JY. I'm gonna tell you this. First of all, now with my child, no, I never did. I had to never go that far with my kids. They already know, Mama don't play that, so they know not to even take it they're close that way with me or whatnot. I wouldn't dare, you know what I'm saying, try to do something like that to my child or whatnot. You wanna get a certain age, you wanna, you know what I'm saying, smell yourself or whatnot like that, you gonna hit the other side of that door, and then therefore you can see how it feels to be on the side of the other side of that door if you want to be grown and so on and so on. And then you will see how it feels to be grown. But other than that, no. But I can say now, as far as a relationship, why? Yes, I have been in that situation that I want to lay my hands on them, or you know what I'm saying, wishing that okay, he better be glad that I don't have a gun because it's gonna be some problems or whatnot like that. So I did, who ain't got mad once before. I mean, so upset to the point that you want to lay hands on them. You know what I'm saying? You just want to lay hands on them because I didn't got to one situation that I literally blacked out and just Lord knows and didn't realize what I was doing until I came back into two. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that situation it wasn't pretty, but y'all was young back then and everything like that. I was young, but it wasn't pretty. I'm just gonna let y'all know that now. I'm just gonna say this. It ended up with the police being involved on the end of that situation. Let me tell you that much. It was police involved on the end, but that's how bad it got. So I'm sure some y'all been plenty of y'all out there been in situations that y'all had to, you know what I'm saying, pop off or snap out or whatnot like that. But make sure if you snapping out and popping out, you come back into reality. Don't snap out and pop out that you wind up in jail and doing some time. If y'all know what I mean or whatnot, y'all know exactly what I mean. Doing some time or whatever the case may be, or whether don't go that far because it's not that serious. Trust and believe me, it all come down to it. It is not worth it, and it is not that serious to let somebody get to you that bad. Because I had to learn, you don't never let nobody get to you to the point that they're gonna make you that upset to you to react, out of your character, and knowing that that's not you. So you never let nobody get you upset to that point that you have to take it there with them because it ain't that serious in the end. That's my intake, JY. That's how I feel about this.
Okay, yeah, Miss Shay, I agree with you on a lot of that. Because I got to a point in my life when I had to go through that and I had to sit back and just, take a breather and just say, hey, it ain't all that serious. If you get to a point where you feel like you're getting that mad that you gotta pull a gun out or you gotta lay hands and stab or whatever it is, let that person go. It's something that ain't something that going on with that situation that it ain't meant for y'all to be together if it gets that serious,
Exactly.
'Cause it ain't nothing ain't all that serious where you gotta go kill somebody or like you
Exactly.
got to kill somebody. But what about you, Miss Nisha? How do you feel? Have you ever experienced that with your child or have you ever just feel like you reached a breaking point where you feel like put a gun out on this person or I want to really hurt this person or kill this person? Have you ever went through a breaking point?
Now, far as that, Miss Wonderful JY, I can truly say that I raised some decent kids, but you can only raise a child to the extent. Okay, for example, you can raise them all you want, but they're gonna turn out how they want to, regardless. Far as my children, I have some good kids, but at the same time, it always be that one or that two that slips up and do something by hanging with the wrong crowd, and then they turn into what they hang around. Yes, I can truly say I have experienced something like that with one of my children, with a behavior situation. I have, but I wouldn't say like pulling a gun just out towards me or anything like that. But I would say like far as words or want to put lay hands where he shouldn't lay hands, have a temper tantrum when you can't have your way. So I have experienced that, and I also have remember this speech of giving that if you want to be a man enough or gain some what they call it downstairs to be strong enough to talk crazy to your own parent or anything in that situation, then there is the door. The same way that you was brought through the door could be the same way you can get out the door. Because one thing for sure, ain't no child of mine come out of me is going to sit up here and constantly disrespect me and mine because I'm not going to tolerate it. But if I have to tolerate it, then you already know what that problem is going to be. It's going to lead to other situations. So before that, I would rather to see you walk out the door, get yourself together, come back, and then we'll figure that situation out. But once I put you out there and you come and I come to see that you ain't trying to get yourself together, then you're going to stay out there. But yes, I have experienced that, and I'm not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say that I am, because I have. And far as another situation when it comes down to a relationship wise, oh yeah, it been some times that I wanted to lay my hands. Oh, these godly hands, I just wanted to lay them on them. But before I did, I have to stop and think. Look, somebody got to be the bigger person. Somebody got to be the bigger one to walk away from this. Because if I got to put my hands on you and I got to constantly argue with you and want to be violent with you, then you ain't for me and I ain't for you. It's best that we leave each other alone. You go get you somebody else to be with, and I go get me somebody else to be with. Because it really ain't worth it when you get through talking about it, because you got kids you got to think about. First of all, you got your life to live, and they ain't worth all your time and patience in the world if they're going to sit here and disrespect you violently. That even if it's vice versa. If I got to do this to you or whatever, then, hey, I'm here to tell you, look, I'm going to be woman up. Look, you doing so much right now. I think it's too much, and I can't have this in front of my kids, or being me being the woman I am, I'm going to be respected. Because if I respect myself, then people going to respect me. But if you're going to sit here and disrespect me and I got to lay my hands on you, then I don't think we should be together. I think there will be a total situation that would not just work out. That's my situation intake on it, Miss Wonderful JY.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about this next topic about Amarian. So B2K member Amarian went on the Jason P show and he talked about forgiveness. Because some years ago you had his baby mother, his ex-wife April. Her name is April. And his best friend, one of his friends that was a member of the B2K group, they had they had an affair. And Marion and Luffy, they was close friends. And he talked about how he always been very observant and he always had a sound of mind. He always have been a sound of mind person. And he talked about how it was kind of hard to forgive, like, fees or whatever, and he talked about how he had to deal with a lot of things and how he, had to, control his mind and after that, I mean, right now, everything is squashed, but he talked about how he had to go through that forgiveness stage. But I want this whole thing about it. I just want to talk about have you ladies ever had to go through a situation when you are close to someone, or even if you felt like you had a best friend or somebody that's close to you and you felt like they had betrayed you, like dated someone or they messed around someone that you was in love with, you know. And how you ever have to go through that, Miss Shay, like a betrayal of a best friend or somebody that was close to you, and you were dating someone or you were dealing with a person you just feel like that they were behind your back and they betrayed you?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start off first, JY, by saying I love Jason Lee. He keeps it real, and I mean real or whatnot. He is scared to say what's on his mind. Maybe he keeps it too real. But other than that, yes, I did been through a situation like that. Now I ain't gonna say no names because it happened. It did happen back then, and it was. Oh, I don't want to give too many. I don't want to give out too many clues or anything, because just in case if they watching, they know what they did. So I don't want to just put it too much out there, so they gonna notice who they are. But yes, it did happen to me before that someone real close to me actually went behind my back and was talking to somebody that I really had feelings for. And y'all, I'm just gonna say that it was like my first or whatnot, like my first love, really love that I felt that, to me. And I mean, I'm in high school, I'm in high school or whatnot then. So, this is what, my little feelings and all that. And so, like, this person, I'm just going to say, this person real close to me, I had no idea that this person could ever do something like this to me, which I forgave them like a long time ago. I been forgave them for it and everything like that. And I didn't put it behind me. But like it really hurted me because like this person, you know, we was close. We were real close, and you don't never just think that, but they say that sometimes it be the ones that is real close to you, be the
Right.
ones that you need to watch or whatnot like that, because you bringing them around with you all the time, they hanging out with you all the time, and you never know that they may like the way of your style, how you getting the attention. It could be anything. It could be this slick jealousy thing or whatnot, you never know what could it be. But yes, I did, and I was really hurt behind it. Somebody, close to them told me what was going on, and how I ended up finding out is through him. Like he wanted, I don't know, I just felt like something went right because me and him had stopped talking because I just felt like did someone right about the situation because I'm hearing this, but then I know that this person that's close to that person knew. You know what I'm saying? Like she knew what was going on or whatnot because she was like telling her like you shouldn't do that. That's wrong. But obviously they didn't want to listen. So it make me feel like you trying to beat me, you jealous or something or whatnot. Something had to be going on to make you do something like this to me. And we're supposed to be better than that. We're supposed to be close. And come to find out is that he wanted us, to get back together and everything like that. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna get back together, but tell me the truth first. I need to know first or whatnot. So he sat up here and said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, yeah, we slept together and everything like that. I said, oh, I said, you did really click. I guess he thought that we were gonna go back together or something like that. Cause I just tried to say something to get it up out of him because I already knew what was going on. When I just wanted to hear it from him, I wanted him
Right.
for the me or whatnot, because I already knew what was going on. And when he did, instantly in his face or whatnot, and no, I ain't finna get back with you. And she knew better, and I was just waiting on her for the just to come clean and confess me, because baby, you don't know. I was searching. I went looking. I went looking because we better than it. You supposed to know,
Right.
you don't do nothing like that. And but obviously, like I said, it was way back then. We squashed it and forgive, and you never forget, but you forgive, and you move on.
Move on.
Lesson learned. You got to fall back on certain things around, people. Whether you think they close to you or not, you just never know what this person, what I'm saying, what's going on in the next person's mind. You just never know. So sometimes it's not always, I'm telling you, don't bring a person just to your life so deep into, all of your personal problems and things that, around all the time like that. It's best to keep certain things to
To
yourself,
yourself.
you know.
Right.
You
But
right
that's
about
my
that.
Right. So, what about you, Miss Neshia? Have you ever experienced any betrayal from anyone that's close to you? Maybe a friend, just anybody that was close to you.
Yes, I did in the past, but it been so many years ago with the person that I actually fell in love with, to be exact. Actually, um it was like a couple of years ago when this happened to me. I was like, I say, teaching the dance group with kids, and actually one of the girls that I knew had a child on my dance team that I was coaching for my daughter, and she would come around often. Ever since I had the dance team, she started to come around. she started to say things like, "Oh, okay, I've been knowing you. I know you from somewhere, such such." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I do remember you." And I got close to her. She got close to me. We wasn't hanging out truly, but she started to come around. But I never knew why she was coming around. Okay, at that time, my man was living with me, helping me with the kids or whatnot, and then turn around. I say I get starting to act a little funny and distant from a man. So I'm trying to figure out why he acting the way he was acting. Things started to change. Then all of a sudden, she started to come around a little more and more and more. But then he became a little distant and distant. So then all of a sudden, I catch her at a casino with supposed to be my man. That's supposed to be, oh, he was my friend. And then I'm like, but you my man, like my man. So you knew that we was in a relationship before he became you talking about friend. Like how friendly were you if you knew that was my man? Because when you come over, you knew he was at my home. So then I started to take things and look at it a whole nother as a perspective of abuse of what was going on. So yes, I felt betrayed by it because not only you pretended to be my friend or associate by bringing your little girl over to be on my daughter's dance group to support my daughter, and the whole time you was only bringing her over just to screw or deal with my man. So yes, I felt betrayed by it, and I felt there was no real true friend, which I didn't look at her as a friend truly. I looked at her as somebody to talk to, an associate. But the good thing about it is she never knew my personal life business, but she was only coming over, lingering on, because maybe it was something that she wanted in my home that she didn't have in her home with her. So yes, that's what I felt betrayed by. So I can understand this situation of betrayal. So that's really what all I have to say on that. But in the other life, no, I never experienced it other than that one time experience. And that was the worst experience of my life that I was hurt by, and it changed a lot of things in my heart and in my mind. And I'm not saying all men are like that, but you have to check their backgrounds now in order to see what it's really like, or a friend background, because not everybody your friend, not everybody's clapping for you, because you got people that clap for you and want what you got at the same time that they are worshiping you as your friend or whatever career you have. So I be very careful of who I bring into my life right now. So yes, that's my betrayal that I experienced, Miss Wonderful JY.
All right. And I agree with you, Miss Neshia B. You got to be careful who you talk to, what you say around people. Even if you've been knowing a person for a while and you go around y'all trying to get to know each other, still take your time by, this like you said, do a background check with get a little more information about that person, because you can't bring everyone around your family. You can't trust everyone these days. And it's hard to just let someone in. It's hard to let somebody in.
They become a distraction.
Right, right.
But
So, and
that's what they're doing now, though, doing them background checks now. So some people, a lot of people do that, do background checks on people these days now, because you got to be careful these days, for
yeah,
real.
and
Social media,
and right. And you just gotta just like be careful with them, because sometimes that's why it's hard for a lot of people to like adjust to like new relationships. If they've been with they get like separated or divorced, or they broken up with their man, woman, however you want to put it. They so afraid to get into another relationship because they afraid to get to know this person. You know what I'm saying? Because they right. Yeah. But this is to conclude the Axel show for today. And we're also going to be talking about this topic again, being betrayed, and we're gonna try to bring a guest on to the show on the next week show, and we're gonna try to talk about betrayed or being betrayer. We're gonna try to make that the topic for next week. But this is going to conclude the Axel show for today. And check out your girl, the wonderful JY, on Facebook. I am the wonderful JY. Check me out on Instagram. Check out the Axel show on YouTube. Facebook. Check out atsfmhits.com. All right. And check out our podcast. We on everywhere that you listen to your everyday podcast. What about you, Miss Shay?
Y'all can look for your girl on Facebook, Shani Young. Y'all can also follow me on Instagram at Miss Young. Y'all send me requests and everything, and I'll try to get to y'all fast as I can. Also, y'all like, subscribe, because we on all different platforms and everything, YouTube, with Facebook. We also, JY just told y'all on all the platforms. So y'all just make sure y'all leave us good comments. We appreciate y'all, who all our supporters who support us. Also y'all still let us know. Y'all let us know what topics, put some topics down there, give us some ideas, and so we can talk about and discuss on with you all and whatnot. We told y'all we're gonna give y'all a shout out if we pick y'all topic. So don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, good comments. That's all I got for y'all.
All right. What about you, Miss Nisha?
Y'all already know what it is. It's your girl, Miss Neshia B. You follow me on social media, on Facebook, under Neshia Brown Casting. Also follow me on Instagram under Neshia_model. And don't forget to go right back over to that Facebook page and follow your girl one more time on Neshia B the model. Follow your girl on all the platforms of the social media. And you can Google me as well. But while you Googling me, don't forget to Google Miss Wonderful JY. Don't forget to Google Miss Shay. Don't forget to Google the Exhale Show. We rock as a team. We put all our work into her. We work hard for you guys. We thank y'all so much for y'all support. Y'all just keep on following us and leaving us those good comments. And don't hesitate to put your comment in the bottom. Because we all here on the Exhale Show, because that's where you heard it at first. Comment, and like, subscribe on YouTube and everything else. The Exhale Show.
And also, if you guys have any question for myself, the wonderful JY, Miss Shay, Neshia B, shoot me an email at info@atsfmhits.com. That's info@atsfmhits.com. Unless you want to just jump in Miss Shay and Neshia B inbox, and I'm not sure when they respond, but you guys can give it a try. But yeah, we will see you guys next Thursday at 7:30, the same time. You guys have a blessed day.